Good morning, all, and today we're going to be doing another one of the RWBY trailer analyses, and this is the last one. This is the yellow trailer, and God, like this one really felt like it was starting to feel like the show just in trailer format, which from the start, I do want to say I love the idea of a trailer kind of being like a short film version of like whatever it is that is the actual product. Like I would love, instead of like these blockbuster movies, the Avengers and Star Wars, if instead they just kind of released like stuff like this. Like, how about we have a trailer like the Iron Man trailer, and it would just be like why Iron Man is fucking dope. Or, I mean, that's kind of hard, but for Star Wars, be like, oh, here's the Finn trailer, the Rey trailer. That would be such a better way to like get to know these characters, and it's like those could be canon too. Like, I think this is a much smarter and more elegant way to release and promote material. And it's such an easier way to connect with these characters early on. You just gotta make them dope as fuck. Like when people saw the bank robbery scene from The Dark Knight before The Dark Knight came out, instantly that's like its own film. That opening to The Dark Knight, that whole bank robbery scene. So I want more shit like, I think, you heard my phone in the background. I think that's how we really should be doing trailers, not spoiling what happens in the actual fucking movie. Video game trailers a lot of the time will make up their own shit, but it won't be like what's actually part of the game, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, this trailer, we get this yellow themed character who's riding a motorcycle through the city. It's like this cool orange motorbike. Her design is like combat boots, like this. She reminds me a lot of the girl from Final Fantasy, the one who punches shit, whose name I'm forgetting. Who I know she fought in Death Battle, so that's, you know, nice. She's got gloves. Like, I'm really into these like characters, these female characters who just love punching shit and are like really strong. Characters like Yang, like that girl from Final Fantasy. Characters who like get shit done and will like have a fun time doing it and kick all the ass. Like characters like Korra, girls who like kick ass. Like I love that. I love that aesthetic. Girls who can kick my ass. But you know, she's also wearing like short shorts, so she's not like, she is a little bit more like sexualized. She's got big fat titties, which is obviously, I said that as a joke, by the way, but that right there, like, it's a much more anime thing to do, to draw a character with large breasts, where, you know, whereas most anime characters, the females are, I want to say like a third of the time at least drawn with abnormally large breasts. So it's definitely a more anime thing to do. But at the same time, I don't think there's any other character in RWBY that I can think of that they do that with, so doesn't really bother me. But she also has like high up socks, the her belly button exposed. She is definitely more sexualized. But like, she out of the group is the most like adventurous and the most like doesn't give a shit kind of character. So, and we really see that change over time, but we get this character and she walks into the nightclub, and the way she walks into the nightclub is dope because there's this sunset style spotlight that hits her. And it's like the silhouette is just, and then it reveals her actual character. I love that idea. And then she walks into this nightclub where all the people are silhouettes, which was a dark sign of things to come. But it doesn't bother me in this trailer because obviously, like, these characters don't matter. They're not really, it doesn't matter if they're there or not. But when it happened in the show, they were like literally like standing next to the main characters. So it was like, oh, they obviously just didn't have the money to animate every single character. They do now though, so that's good. But Yang walks onto this dance floor, and instantly we hear the song playing, and it's Red Like Roses, and then you're like, what? And then you hear it progress, and then it's like, that's Mirror Mirror, that's From Shadows, and then there's this Force New song. The theme song of this trailer is literally like a club remix to all the other trailers, plus Yang's original song, which is on the soundtrack. That is amazing, and it is such a beautiful excuse to like have all the like momentous and cinematic sounds of the past trailers, like the mirror and the part of From Shadows where like it opens up and it's like psh, all of those are in this, and it's used so much better. And I like that, like when Red Like Roses starts playing, like it'll have like red lights from the club lights turn red, and we really see the colors of this whole nightclub are red, white, and black, and then Yang is kind of like the yellow contrast to that. But anyway, Yang goes up to this like to the bar where there's these two girls and this guy named Junior. And Junior is a terribly voice acted, terribly animated character who does not matter. And then we get some more bad voice acting where Yang walks up to the counter and is like, strawberry sunrise, nice. The Junior's like, aren't you too old to be in here, Blondie? Calls her Blondie or sweetheart or something. They bullshit around. This was such a cringy fucking scene. I remember, I think I've shown this to like 2 people, and both of them I'm like, I can't fucking, like, watching this or watching cringy stuff with other people, it's like 10 times more cringy. And this was especially the case here because this is such a cringy, hard to watch scene. It's so badly voice acted, so badly animated. All their, like, Yang's face is like stuck in a smile. They didn't know how to animate faces at this point in time. And then she grabs him by the dick and is like, it's like she's threatening him that way. So cringy. And then Junior's like, like, let go. Or she's like, give me my information or whatever. It's fucking sucks. God, it's unwatchable, really. Like, I really just wanted to skip through it when I watched it this last time for this trailer. When people like can't write or can't like animate the things properly, whenever they have like written material that's like excessive cursing or excessive sexual content, it makes it almost unwatchable. Like you'll see this a lot in like these M-rated video games where it'll be like the characters will be like all grumpy and cursing. There will be sexualized, like Grand Theft Auto will have sexualized women, and it just looks terrible. It is so cringy. Yeah, that's what's going on here. And anyway, and then there's this weird scene where she's like, oh, I'm sorry, let's kiss and make up, which is like, it kind of goes into like a line in the music and kind of like this thing with Yang. It just doesn't work here. Like this guy is just like, okay. Like, obviously she's supposed to be like this kind of like flirty, like sexualized character, but she isn't that in the show, so it's just kind of weird. She doesn't do this ever again. But the idea is she like punches him in the face right before like they kiss, quote unquote. And that's when the music heightens up and we finally just get to the good shit. That's when From Shadows starts playing. And so that's when Yang's gun hands are revealed. She has the coolest weapon, which is her gloves are like fucking shotguns. She like shoots motherfucking bullets out of her hands. So she will like punch the air in front of you. She could just like have a boxing match with you and be shooting you in the face at the same time. It's great. And I don't know if she's trying to murder these people. And she also jumps to the sky and she gets the classic like thing that the other 3 girls got, where she's like up in the air and descending. That was really cool. And the second she hits the ground, the nightclub floor changes, and there's this fiery aura around her. Okay, I'm trying to notice if she like, if she, okay, yeah, she's shooting these guys, but it's like fire that she's shooting them with. She's mostly just kicking them. If you notice Yang's combat style, she kicks the shit out of people too, despite that her kicks don't, you know, murder them. So I don't know if she's murdering these people that she's shooting. Like, in the show, they only fight like Grimm, which are monsters, so there's not like this killing aspect introduced yet. But yeah, she even fucks up the DJ nightclub bear that was in the background the whole time. Oh, and then we get introduced to these 2 other girls that were hanging out at the club. They're just these twins who are dressed in really ugly, like, I don't know if these were designed by Monty. Whoever was into this like tutu whatever the fuck thing, it doesn't work. I don't like their designs, and they have the worst voice acted part of this whole trailer, possibly the whole show, where she's like, what did she say? Hold on, I'm just gonna play it. Where she's like, who is this girl? Hold on. I don't know, Milsha, but we should teach her a lesson. Like, who the fuck heard that? Everyone was like, okay, good take. Like, that was shit. That was complete shit. But anyway, Yang reloads, jumps up, starts shooting at these bitches, and you know, they're the only other female characters, so obviously they're super strong. The music is dope as shit here. You can hear that really epic techno dance version of the other songs. It's really dope. They have the upper hand a little bit, but then she like just kind of starts owning them. She fucks up the red colored dress girl right away, slaps her through this like glass panel, and then it's just one-on-one with this like fancy footwork girl. Her weapon doesn't make sense. I guess she has blades on her shoes, on her legs, so she's like this fancy kickboxing like tap dance thing. Yang fucks her up anyway. She just does this like wrestling like arm bending crazy thing and just kicks her in the face. And then the girl gets up like it's a PS2 game, and she's like a fighter who got like kicked off the stage. But that's when the guy from earlier shows up with a motherfucking bazooka, shoots her with it. You know, Yang's fine. She just dodges bazooka bullets, shoots him down. And the guy's bazooka is also a baseball bat. How fucking dope is that? So he starts wailing on her with his bazooka gun. And then bazooka baseball bat, I should say. And then Yang like instantly Super Saiyan. Her hair starts glowing, and there's like this fiery smoke coming out of it. And that's basically Yang's semblance, her superpower. Is she like is able to counterattack with whatever you dealt her with a. So if you like had a 5 attack power, she would have like a 10 attack power once you attacked her. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of an OP power, in all honesty. But she also gets really upset when her hair gets fucked. So like he pulls one of her hairs, and that's when it's full super. We get this heightened fucking dope little scene where it's like super speed, supersonic, and her hair, the colors, and then she kicks him out of the goddamn club, and then we get this red cape in the corner of the frame. Yang jumps out, and then we see RWBY's face. We're like, oh, the girl from the Red trailer, and then it's like, is that you? And then we're like, oh shit, they're, and then she says, hey sis. Oh, they're sisters. That's so cool. The girl from the first trailer and the last trailer, they're sisters. That's a cool idea. Like that was a nice little nice little bonus. So we get this cool ending shot which by the way, bad voice acting, where we get which again is like this distorted, it looks like the moon from Sonic the Hedgehog, where it just was blown up. But it's really artsy. I don't know how that doesn't like fuck up their planet. Stays like that in orbit for whatever reason. That's above RWBY, and behind Yang is like the sun's like setting silhouette, whatever, which I don't think makes sense scientifically, but it makes for this cool backdrop. And once she says, oh, I've been doing a bunch of shit or whatever, that's when boom, Team RWBY, RWBY, all the silhouettes are done. It premieres in July, and this came out, when did this come out? This came out in June, so this really was stirring the hype. Like I love seeing this old shit and kind of like being a part of it, even though it happened years ago. Like just looking at old dates and old, look at all these fucking old ass links. Oh god. Memories, man. Anyway, that was the yellow trailer, which was super dope. I really enjoyed this one. It's just the voice acting was really bad. Like there was, like, I want to say this was the black. Yeah, these were the probably worst two trailers, simply because the voice acting in this one just wasn't up to snuff, and the combat wasn't as dope. I really like when Yang got that final hit in. I like the bazooka thing. I like when she dropped down from the sky and the floor like did this like techno reverb fucking doesn't even make sense scientifically ripple across the ground. That was really cool. I like the ever-changing color effects from the techno lights, from red, white, or whatever it was. I like all of that. I like Yang's motorbike. I love her character design. Seeing RWBY pop up, that was really cool. This was still and I love the music. The music is like the best part. I forget what it's called in the actual soundtrack. It's like, what is it? It's like just I Burn like trailer remix. What was it? Do I even have it on my phone? I don't even know. But anyway, that was my analysis of the yellow trailer. I really fucking dug this one. I'm happy to finally have been able to talk about these trailers. I think they're really cool, and I think every piece of art should kind of follow this example, where the trailers should kind of be like their own piece of art. Like it should get us interested, but not show us anything. Anyway, those were my thoughts on the yellow trailer. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Soul, and with that, I leave you. And by the way, I am reviewing all the seasons of RWBY currently, so I don't know if those are going to be up by the time you're watching this, but look forward to that. Anyway, with that, I leave you.